Hello everybody, this is Doll Dazzler and welcome to my channel. I am continuing the videos that I am making to show ideas that you can use while building settlements in Fallout 4. And in this video I am at Abernathy Farm. And when you walk in this settlement, I use the prefabs again that I had used previously in a Red Rocket. And this is an in and an outdoor that I put in. Not quite as extravagant as over there in Red Rocket, but I do like the way that they fit together, and it also helps you be able to fight when you get attacked. So back there's the main house, and I'll get to that in just a second, and I want to take you back here first. The main farmhouse that is here, I didn't change up a lot. I had started building around the outside of it and decided that I didn't really want to do that because I wanted to focus on some other things versus working on this house. So I did the inside only on this one. And I tried to cover as many of the holes as I possibly can on the lower part so that I could put the stores in there. I used those pictures again, and it helped clean it up and give it a little bit of a store look. So I have the stores back there. I don't have anything right at the moment upstairs. I would like to come back and redo a little bit here and add some things, but for now these are just the ideas that I have to show. So I pushed some cabinets in to conceal this middle area because it was really messed up. So I pushed some cabinets in using that same carpet technique that I use a lot in my settlements. And back here was just some more cabinets. And I do have problems when I go and I acquire a settlement. I try many times, especially with some of the beds that are already at a settlement. Here I guess it would be, it's the settlers that are already here. It's a bed for them, it's a little mattress. I have tried everything to get rid of these items that it seems like you can get rid of them, but you really can't. So if anybody that's watching knows how to get rid of these items, would you please leave it in the comments below, and maybe I can come back and get rid of them. I can pull these out and get rid of them. I'm still able to do a little bit of building here, not a lot, but I can still do a little building without glitching, and I would really like to get rid of those. I think Blake sleeps on this on this mattress, and so when I come in when they're sleeping, he's like halfway in the wall. So I would like to build him an actual bed and get rid of that one. Back here is just another store. And I had covered all of this area. If you remember, if you play Fallout 4 a lot and you do the building side, you remember how messed up this all was. So I just stuck some pictures on the wall. So that's kind of the extent of that. I haven't come back to do any more on this outside of the building. Coming back here, when I had acquired the add-ons, I had started coming back and started putting in some additional things into this settlement just so that I could mess around with the pieces and the parts and see how they all fit together. And I really like the thinner walls that you can put together versus these big blocks. And it took me a little while to get the add-ons. I kind of didn't really want to do it at first because I wanted to just push the game to see what I could do with what was already available. But when I was viewing some of the other gamers' ideas, I was like, oh, I have to have that. So I did get the add-ons, and it is worthwhile to have those because you can build a lot more without it raising the size of your settlement so much. So just something to keep in mind. Add-ons are really cool. I still do not use mods. I don't have anything against mods. I don't use them in my games. So if you like ideas without using the mods, then those are the ideas that I show you in my videos. Back here is all of my mutt fruit because this again is another settlement that does not have a lot of water. You have to it doesn't have any water. You have to make the water here for them. So I had put in a lot of mut fruit at this settlement just so that they can make me a lot of bottle caps. So my main focus on this settlement was the house for the settlers. And so this is just the outside. All of these, you can put these statues, these lion statues, I just put them up there using that same carpet technique. And I didn't finish the outside. I haven't come back to finish the outside of this yet. But there were a lot of plants and lights that I wanted to add to make this settlement really pop. So I've got a little bit of work to do here. I'm coming in here off to this side. I have like a little theater room. And one thing that I still haven't seen the picture ideas in a lot of the videos, and I have not seen this either with using the big sign. It's like the score sign. It takes a little bit to try to put it in there, but I wanted to give the illusion of like a screen. So like I said, it takes a little bit to get it in there, and if you want to see how I did that, please leave it in the comments below and I can show you a tutorial. It'll probably be a little bit longer tutorial on how I got those pieces and parts together. And I had said something about the carpets in Red Rocket. This is one of those examples of where this particular sign and how it sits leaves an open space with the wood, because the wood won't fit in there. So I just put some carpets down and I'm able to walk across that. Also too, I pushed a bar into that area so that it blocks, because underneath that sign is it's like a space, because it's a scoreboard. So I had to fill in that space. But it gives it a really cool effect. Again, I am not finished with this room because I have a lot of lights and things that I want to put in here. But I think once it's finished, if you guys have any ideas for me to add some stuff into this room, please leave it in the comments. I would love any comments any ideas that you guys have for me. Over here is just a little seating area. And back over here is the bathroom. And you're gonna notice that my bathrooms get a little bit better and better. It took me a little while to figure out how things fit together. So with that carpet technique, you guys can see I use that a lot. I love that technique because you can put a lot of things together inside of each other, all the items. So you'll see the bedrooms and the bathrooms in my settlements, they start to get a little bit better. So this is like the kitchen area. I started building some really cool kitchen areas and a little bar area. So back over here, this is the same thing with the carpet technique. I took one of those bars and then I took another shorter cabinet and I pushed it inside. So it makes it look like these are actual, like real, like cabinets for a kitchen. I'm going to mess around with some ideas. If you guys have any ideas for what I can do with this in order to make it look kind of like that, please leave it in the comments. I'd like to try it and see how I can kind of clean that up and make it look like a kitchen cabinet. So that's that part. And over here is the dining room. Just pushing things together, pushing them in the walls, using pictures. And I think that there was a bathroom over here. A little toilet back in there. And then coming on through the dining room, you'll go upstairs. There's a little seating area here, and as you go on up, here's the beds. And the bedroom is still very, very simple, but I really wanted to pay attention to the bathroom. So this is where I started to finally get a little bit more detailed with the bathrooms. And so I started experimenting with how I can make the bathtub area look more like a garden tub. And then using all those same techniques of pushing the cabinets inside of the bars. Back over here is the toilet. And so this idea here, if you want to know how I put that together, I can do a tutorial for you. It does take a little bit of patience to try to figure out how to get these items on top of each other, but once I break it down, it makes it much easier to see how you can create that look. So that is the bedroom area. Coming back out of there. And then I showed that bathroom. So that's really the extent of the main house. And I believe that's pretty much everything that I have to show. I wanted to really show that the main house area. If you guys have any ideas for me, or if you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comments. And if you like the videos that I'm putting together and you want to continue seeing some tutorials, let me know. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And thank you for watching and coming back to my channel. The next settlement I'll be going to is Starlight Drive-In.